Hey everybody, this is Kyle. Here is the end of the month comment review and Q&A. So before I get into this, I want to tell you about some extras on Patreon. So I played a New Year's Eve gig, and this lady put something in her beer that I would have never expected to see, and I got it on video. Also, since I had so many extra videos, 4 extra. I just did the Guess That Song video for this month based on what people voted on the community tab. So quick thank you to these patrons right here. Lance Van Tassel, you rock. Turner, yeah. So I had a video on music news going on. There's mention of Beyonce, Betty White, and their Nirvana lawsuit, which is kicking back up again. And one of my good YouTube friends, John Lemon, he leaves some really good comments and stuff, and it's always fun getting to have a conversation with people. And talking about pop music, I guess because I teach and I see what young people respond to. But I'm always fascinated with the idea that people look at pop music and stuff and go, oh, it's not that good or whatever, and it's cool to not like it. I see kids that their whole life is pop music. You know, Billie Eilish, Kanye, Ye, all these people are so hugely important. Kind of like, to me, people are gonna hate this, Led Zeppelin, ZZ Top, Def Leppard, which I kind of cringe at now, and a bunch of other bands, how they were so important to me. Kids feel the same exact way about these artists. Putting in a better conclusion as I'm editing. So, to me, it's like what goes around comes around. And it's always kind of interesting to think about the cycles of things. I'm nerdy. That stuff interests me. A reaction collaboration I posted was with the band Band-Maid. And people were saying that I made some really harsh critical comments along those lines, things like that. You can read the comment. Now, here's what I said. I went and watched back. Here's what I was talking about. I was talking about the visual appeal, how the band meets checkboxes, how the songs have different elements, things like that. I talked about, in Japan, the fast-changing nature of youth culture, what's trendy, what's cool, things like that. Talked about promotional ideas, like if you were a company, management company, promotional company working with a band, what sort of things might you think about? Some people really were harshly critical about us, going, oh my gosh, why do people always focus on the band Band-Maid wearing maid outfits? I really want to mention the band Gwar because I have a funny story about Gwar. But I'm going to mention a band most people on this planet have heard of. Kiss. Kiss wore makeup. It was talked about for a long time. There's this rock band. They have explosions on stage. Lots of fireworks. And they wear makeup. In case you think I am just being weird, quirky Kyle instead of like robotic, high-functioning Kyle, I googled maid cafe. Now, I did mention that it seemed like maybe maid cafes are almost like a Hooters type place. I googled that too, just to see if maybe I was just supremely genius in my observation, or if someone else has thought about it too, because it's a really common thought. And lastly, and keep in mind, it's hard for me not to laugh because it seems so ridiculous. Band-Maid fans, it's a cool band, but come on, be real. Okay, look at this. Here is an example from manga about someone that works at a maid cafe feeling embarrassed. Come on. I mean, okay, I can laugh now. Okay, that was hard keeping a straight face. I had to go almost into teacher mode. And don't get too butthurt over this. I'm just playing around. Band-Maid is a very skillful band, and they are good at playing their instruments, and they are good at marketing. You can't deny that. Earlier this month, I released my first hip-hop track. Not gonna lie, I was nervous about it for various reasons, but some people made some really cool comments. One is Adam Burse. He's a guitar player here on YouTube. Has this really cool 8-string guitar. I did mention, like, hey, I thought about making this into a jam track, which I did. If you're a guitar player and you've heard this song, let me know if you want me to post that backing track and see what people come up with. Super hot, bye! I'm not a rapper. Psych! Yeah, if you don't get it, we'll just move on to the next comment. Thanks, Nolan, by the way. And of course, my friend Brad Carl. I still need to go over to the other side of the state and hang out with you sometime. Actually, on some of these new tunes I'm going to have coming out in the future, I'm not using auto-tune, but I am using a formant shifter, which sounds a lot auto-tuney, to be honest. Now, here's a funny comment. I blurred out the name on this one because this is a person that I actually know. They know me. Long story short, I played in a band. They were going out with a band member's sibling. And I could tell that they were checking out, like, you know, how I played my solos, how I played fills, how I, you know, play along with the band. Because I knew it's like, hey, you know, when our things in here, they're going to take the spot. And they did. And of course, this is just silly. Hey, it is what it is. I just thought that was kind of funny. It's like, hey, way to be positive, bro. And Wally Groove Cricket, my otaku friend, Ohio to you. That really made my day reading that one. Here's another comment from John Lemon here. There is a funny song. I'm trying to remember what it's called now, and I'm always bad at remembering names of stuff. Something about Cookie Monster singing metal. And I think this is what he's talking about, how a lot of... I would try to do it right now, but I'd probably end up coughing like, ooh, cookie. Hey, actually, it turned out better than I thought. Coming up in February is a collaboration with Red December. Check it out. It'll be the first Thursday of the month. And another good supporter of the channel, Rebel Rocker. Hey, thank you. People like you were some of what made me nervous about doing a different, you know, genre of music, adding something new to the mix, because I didn't want people hearing go, why is Kyle doing this? You know, it's like, trying something new. I'm glad you dug this. Okay, here's the Q&A part. I have two questions. So Otto Crow was asking me, love to hear more about your live shows. So when I perform live solo, I do a live looping setup. So on my Chromebook, which is here off screen, but I have pre-recorded drums on my Chromebook. I programmed my own interface to pull up the information I need to play and the lyrics because this dude does not remember lyrics very well. I cut the loop live. So if it's at like a cafe, a coffee shop, or, you know, restaurant, something like that, I'm obviously going to be more background music. So then I tend to usually get an opportunity to play some originals, maybe jam, do something a little jazzy, musically experiment. If I'm at somewhere like a winery or a bar where people might be dancing and stuff like that. So then I'm going to play a lot more high energy songs, thing to try to get people dancing. When I do get some people dancing, I'm wireless with my guitar and I can go out and do that. A lot of times when I play harmonica on a couple songs, like What I Like About You, I'll go out in the crowd with people, or I'll walk outside just to get some attention. What I like about how I perform is being able to fill that role of background music, providing something creative while people are there. And then, you know, kind of like a rock band setup. Like, hey, can I rock it out and make people dance and have some fun? Well, yeah, I can do that too. And that's a lot of fun to kind of have that duality. And the last Q&A here, my musical brother in France, Shake Your Guitar Tutorials. So he asked a big, huge question. When I saw this, I was like thinking, hey, great, someone asked me a question and it gives me something for this Q&A part. But then I thought, oh man, that is hard for me to answer. Sometimes I go out of my way to hear something different. Where this question becomes extremely difficult for me is a lot of times when I'm listening to new music, I'm in my car. So during that time, I might hear a handful or two of songs if I have music going as opposed to some other type of content. Kyle being weirdo Kyle, most of the time I don't know what I'm listening to unless it's a song I already know. Here's the honest truth about this answer. I keep starting an answer and then I lose my train of thought because I start thinking about 10 other things. And probably me sharing that thought process that I'll start talking and I catch myself and I think, I gotta do some editing here. Yeah, Christoph, dude, this was a great question because everything I know that's a stupid cop-out answer. I get it. I get it's like, hey, well, no, Kyle, you pick something. If I started picking stuff, this would be something I could talk about for hours. I mean, dude, not even hours. I could talk about this for weeks. If you're still here with me at the end of this video, this turned out to be way longer. I'm going to have to edit my face off to kind of squeeze this down into something. So hey, Auto Crow and Shake, thanks again for those questions, guys. And I need to wrap this up, so see you guys later.